Okay, here we are. What's up, everyone? Nice to see you. Nice to have you here. Nice to have you here. Another day. Another day for counting waves, Elliott waves. So good to have you here, everyone. Thanks for popping by. In today's live stream, we're gonna only focus on the 1 hour time frame. And of course, we can then in the chatting Q&A after talk about all sorts of other things. But in the Elliott wave analysis, I only want to focus on the 1 hour. This morning, in case you haven't seen it, I uploaded my longest daily update video ever of 37 minutes. Lots of information. The reason I did that is because I didn't expect it to be 37 minutes, by the way. But the reason I covered what I covered, meaning the daily time frame, is because I got an increased amount of questions about the daily. So I decided to cover the daily time frame. And in order to cover the daily time frame, one has to check all of the different scenarios and then eventually get to the probabilities. So to give you the best and most information and also explain the reason why behind the probabilities, it became a long video because I had to cover many scenarios. So that being said, anything about the daily and stuff, make sure to check out that previous video. The timestamps are in that video as well. So it's long, but if you only want to focus on a certain section, check it out. But in this live stream, with the analysis, we'll focus on the 1 hour and then we go into chatting and Q&A. So that's what we're gonna do, and then of course in chatting and Q&A we'll see where it goes. Planning to be online for maximum an hour. I really have a bit of pressure to do other stuff. There is also the possibility of me being called back, so I am not sure if that's gonna happen during the live stream because they didn't mention a time. Because there was a very long waiting time to call with the municipality of where we used to live in the Netherlands, and we need something from the municipality. And the waiting line was so long, they proposed to just call back automated system, but they didn't say when. So if my phone rings, I do have to pick up, and depending on it should be able to get that conversation on the phone finished in 2 minutes. But if it gets longer, I'm going to give them to my wife. And then continue the live stream. So welcome everyone. Good to have you here. Go, what's up? Andrew, Jeroen, Adam, maybe a band-aid. Good morning, man. Enjoying the coffee. Kevin, Yanis, Seriga, what's up? Paramez Ned, welcome. Good morning, Zarafa, and many mornings here. So it's actually afternoon in Central European time zone. So I guess we have some people over from the US, no? Crypto said, good morning from Latin America. Good to have you here, man. Welcome back. Janif, good morning. Don't forget to slap the like button. Cheers, maybe a band-aid. Emre, welcome. Good to have you here. So, yeah, the plan of today's live stream is I'll shortly show you a teaser for the ones that haven't seen it of what is to come, which is an Elliott Wave PDF. So just so that people are informed of what we're working on in the background. There's actually quite a lot of stuff happening. Second, we're going to cover the chart, only the 1 hour time frame, which is what you see over here. And then third, chatting and Q&A, and then till the end. So we're going to have a long time chatting and Q&A because it's going to be a very short analysis. As always, I have a green bottle here. This is alcohol-free, 0.0. I don't know YouTube terms and conditions, but just know for the webcam as well. There you go. I had my fair share of water today, but so good to have you here. Juicy Lucy, welcome from Greece. Crypto Sarah. Cheers, man. Thanks for popping in. You've been here for a while already, hey, Crypto Sir? For a long time. Hello, Gogo. What's up, Patrick? I know, right? The first 25 seconds of the video, no? The first 25 seconds of the video was a very full chart, but that was like the part where I was explaining like, yo guys, this is gonna be a longer video because I'm gonna cover many scenarios. Yeah, so the first the first like 25 seconds everything was turned on. How can I see the CVD? Alan, by the way, welcome. How can I see the CVD indicator? First link in the description. I think it's the first link. No? I believe it is. Let me double check. Yeah. First link in the description. Hendrik, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. Cheers, Patrick. I'm one of the 100. Exactly. Like, so I don't know the whole list out of my head, but I do know who's been here for a long time and who's not. I do have, by the way, the first 100 Discord members in my Word document. Still, I keep it. I keep that document. I still have it. So, and I will have it for the rest of the YouTube career. What's up, Albert Heijn? Well, what's up? You want the updated version for the teaser? No, it's okay. We'll update all the stuff and then eventually, do another update. The water companies must like you. I know, right? Drinking is important. I drink a lot of water, but in a way, maybe sometimes not enough. Anyway, let's start with a short explanation of what we're doing in the background. So FYI, this is coming. It's an Elliott Wave PDF, all of the structures with all of the information. This is, by the way, not yet correct, right? There are already improvements and different styles of writing and making things shorter or better explanations or different guidelines. So we are working on improving. This is like version 1. We are now updating this whole thing. It's 17 pages covering all of the Elliott Wave patterns. We're going to add an 886 page and some extra pages as well for your clarification and help. And this is like a basic layout of what a page might look like. This would be, of course, standard like an impulse. And you have the rules and guidelines, position, some tips, Fibonacci time, ratios, depending on the structure, volume is included there as well. Double zigzag here. Page 8, I still have to check this page, but currently this is the first version that Jeroen made, and I'm giving feedback and then he will improve the document. So this is coming, right? So I don't know, what's page 16? WXY, hey, WXY. So, right, this is coming for your information, right? So we are working on that in the background. So it takes a lot of time. Jeroen has been working on it for 1.5-2 months, and he's done an amazing job putting it all together. And now it's my time to shine and give feedback, and then eventually improve the document together and get it out there. I love the idea of update followed by live stream. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do right now. So we do have bare CVD, of course, but we're gonna start the analysis. What's up, Dara? Is it for free? There will be 2 options again. I'll probably have another, a free option and then a paid option, because not everyone likes to support the channel by becoming an affiliate with one of the partners. So then there's gonna be a paid option as well. But it's gonna be both again. Yeah. Just like the CVD with the lines. CVD is free, by the way. Like, you can just download the template without the lines. It's everywhere. Can you add the most common Fib levels and Fib times for each wave? That is in gold. That's a video in gold that I did. Plus, in the playlist on my YouTube channel, I have a playlist with every structure, including Fib time, plus all the targets. So I have all of this in one video in gold, but here it's like in all different videos. So you can check this whole playlist out. And every video includes Fib time, retracements, targets, extension targets, common target, uncommon target, rare target, all of that stuff. So that would be your place to go. Okay, let's start, everyone. We're only going to cover the 1 hour. So let's move that down. So it's going to be a very short analysis. So there's pretty much two scenarios we keep an eye on. right? So it's an impulse from the low to the upside and the bearish scenario, which is a three-wave structure to the upside, right? Now, if we want to count an impulse the way I have here, we need to have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. In that case, your invalidation for 4 is 55.9, right? Hitting 55.9 invalidates the wide 4. However, what I actually prefer to do is, instead of counting the lower degree 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, keep an eye on the 618 pulled from the low of blue 2 to the high here. And then use this as an invalidation, 55.3. The reason why is because this provides a little bit more freedom, a little bit more room for price to move, right? And in the end, the highest degree impulse count is a 1, 2, and eventually 3, 4, 5, right? Wherever this 3 is going to finish. Finish here, finish higher, finish even higher, you know, whatever. Eventually, we are waiting for a long wave 4, where we want this wave 4 to be the same length in time as wave 2, right? Or longer, preferably, because most commonly, a wave 4 is longer in time than a wave 2. So by pulling a 618 from the low to the high, to wherever the high is, before you eventually start the bigger range, right? This range is not yet long enough. So by using this fib, we can check the invalidation for wave 4 at all times. And then we're talking about the higher degree wave 4, so the blue wave 4. And it's a lower 618, gives price a little bit more room. And of course, it's a stronger invalidation if you do hit it without getting a significant range and another move to the upside for wave 5. Now, price moved up, hit the 1.618 here, almost hit the 2, quite close. Hit the 1.618, second rejection here. So we are now grinding against resistance, which, by the way, besides the 1.618, the high here is also the value area high of this piece of the chart, which is also over here. All right, so that is the resistance that we have at the moment. And the 1.618 is a generally minimum target for a wave 3, but a wave 3 can easily extend. And that is why I also have the 2 and the 2.618 on the chart, because if a wave 3 does extend, these become important. After a 1.618, price tends to move to the 2.618. If you pass the 2.618, 3.618, etc. So the 618s are therefore important. A wave 4 can be any corrective structure. Lower degree wave 4 can be any corrective structure, right? You can have ABCs, you can have WXYs, you can have triangles, you can have all of that stuff. So we have a look at the 15-minute in a little bit, but I'm not too interested in counting the lower time frames in too much detail. I prefer to keep an eye on the 1 hour. The 1 hour is clear. The 1 hour is easy. We had great bullish CVD divergences here as price moved up. That was ideal for a long, but now we are hitting resistance levels, right? So we hit the daily 57.9, right? We wicked into it, still acting as resistance. Next one here, 59.1, and then we have the box at about 60K, which of course is the thumbnail. Now with this impulse, right, as long as an impulse is not invalidated, well, at the moment, right, we have a 1, 2. This move up here has the highest amount of volume in the local trend towards the upside. If we go to a 15-minute time frame, this is a little detail that I do like to see. You have the highest volume here, but then you started to create some higher highs on a bit of lower volume. So therefore, there is the potential for lower degree wave 5s over here, right? And of course, if we look for an impulse, we do like to see the highest amount of volume being part of a wave 3. So in other words, we want to see a 4 and a 5 still. We need to take out the high before touching 55.3K, because else it invalidates a wave 4 and a 5. The only way to then be bullish would be to count this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like multiple 1, 2s, but it becomes a little bit more tricky, right? It's not as clean. So the CVDs will then tell us the story. So at the moment, right, with an impulse, 60K definitely on the cards here. In case we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 would be nicest, like cleanest from an impulsive point of view. But then, of course, we first still need to take out the high. We are now at resistance, right? Yeah, and wave 5, I mean, very likely you're going to end somewhere around 60K at least minimum, but it looks like a good target. Also, when we compare this move to the upside with the bars pattern on a 4-hour time frame. So this is a bars pattern that I took from the low at 53k to the high at 70. And now I put it on top of the current price action. And you can basically see that price is very nicely following the price action. And having a high around 60k is nice, right? Now, price doesn't repeat, it can rhyme. So this is just something that I have on my chart. It's nice to overlay the price action in the past on what's happening at the moment and see how it compares. So you can see that also with that bars pattern, 60k would be quite an interesting rejection area. Plus, it's the point of control of the range since 49k. And we have a daily naked point of control. And we have the 2.618 here over here as well. And it's a psychological number because it's 60k. So that's interesting. It's interesting. Now, at the moment, the bullish scenario does have the higher probability because also price hit the 1.618, which is more common for wave 3s compared to Cs. It is still a target for a wave C. It's just that, based on probabilities, it's more common for a 3. I mean, that's just Elliott waves. We have a base channel on the chart taken from the low to the high. So if we count 1, 2, continuation, you take a base channel from the start of 1, end of 2, end of 3. You want wave 3 to break out of this channel. In this case, we have a first breakout, right? And then a wave 4 comes back to the channel. You still look for another high, right? As mentioned, that would be minimum. What we don't like to see is price moving back to the lower trend line here, right? It's no problem to move back in the channel. You just don't want to hit the lower trend line. Then we have the bearish scenario. And in the bearish scenario, we are counting this as a WXY or an AB and then a wave C. But even if we look for a wave C, preferably it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Because this is your B. We have a lot of random stuff going on here. This move is the highest volume move. So we preferably count this as a wave 3. Meaning, therefore, we want to count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that makes it interesting, right? Because your invalidation for a wave C will be 55.9, right? If you hit 55.9, then wave C becomes very, very unlikely, of course, because we have A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if wave 4 hits the 618, I mean, it's pretty much an invalidation. So we are not going to be looking for an ABC anymore. And that's then going to leave a WXY on the chart. And with a WXY, you look for a double zigzag. So an ABC correction and another ABC to the upside, right? So this then becomes a C wave. So you have an A here, B, and then a wave C. That's your most bearish scenario because then the high is in for Y. You look for a price to move down. Now the reason why, as it stands, right, from an Elliott wave point of view, what am I doing here? Wait, what happened? Okay, magic. If we pull the fib from the start to the end of A to the end of B, or start of W, end of X, and we toggle on the 1.618, or I could even do the wave Y targets, but the wave Y target also includes in a double zigzag the 1.618. Then you can see, right, it's been touched. It's at the moment respected, but it is more common for 3 compared to Y or C. Now, mind you that in a wave C, the 1.618 is a target, and in a double zigzag WXY, the 1.618 has the same chance as C. It's still a target for a wave Y in a double zigzag, right? Preferably not in a sideways WXY, but in a sharp double zigzag WXY, it is a target, and that is where we are now. It's just probability-wise a little bit more common for 3s compared to Ys and Cs. But we know the invalidations, right? So we are at resistance and we're not at support. So arguably, it's interesting to look for take profits and potential shorts instead of the longs, which were pretty much taken here anyway. No financial advice, you do. Everyone has their own plan. But yeah, therefore, the probabilities on the 1 hour still remain higher for the impulse compared to bearish scenarios, unless we start to hit invalidations, which hasn't happened. So yeah, that's that from an Elliott wave point of view. That is that's just the analysis, the probabilities really. I don't really care if price goes up or down, but based on Elliott waves, there is not yet higher probabilities for price to move down. Instead, probabilities remain higher to move towards 60k. Now, if we go to the CVD divergences, zoom out a little bit, then we had bullish CVD divergences here. These already played out. They were building continuously at the low. It's a messy chart. 1 second here. So they were continuously building here at the low, which is nice. A little bit of a laggy chart. Might have to refresh it. And now currently at the high against resistance with the daily, you can see we have the red line, which is a bearish CVD divergence. The green one here is, for me, not yet interesting. It's with a in-between low, as I like to call it. It's more interesting if you have it with the low here. And also what I want to see for the bulls would be to have, we have a move down here, but what I like to see is price change the structure. So we do this, right? What I want to see is price making, like having a structure to the upside, up, down, up, down, up, down, changing market structure with continuous bullish CVDs. Of course, the same is true for the bears, by the way. So yeah, we have the bearish CVDs here. These become more interesting if on the 3-minute or 5-minute you continue to form bearish CVDs as price moves down. Let's see here. That's at the moment not the case. It just moves down. We still have the 15-minute bearish CVDs, something to keep in mind. With regards to news, tomorrow 2:30 should be interesting. I'll make sure to be live tomorrow as well. Should be a good time. So make sure you trade safe, because we might as well go like pretty much sideways till tomorrow. I do think tomorrow is going to be a special day. So I'm actually interested to see where we are tomorrow morning, which is just a matter of time. Because by tomorrow morning, with the information we have, we can check the probabilities for the news event. US presidential debate tonight. Are they going to try to use crypto again to get like the youth in their favor? So yeah, that is the analysis. So that's what it is from an Elliott wave point of view in the 1 hour. Let's go into chatting Q&A. We have a lot more time for chatting and Q&A this time. That 55.9 is major support. No, 55.9 is a wave 4 invalidation for a wave C. Let me put all my levels on. So this is at the moment. There you go. I asked AI. I'm actually curious if AI knows common levels and FIB times for the waves. But make sure to check out again, Dura. I appreciate it. It's like a AI check and compliment at the same time. But make sure to check out this this playlist for all the FIB times and the volumes and everything. So this is like full beans. So let's see, how much are we now? 16,000 people have enjoyed learning about Elliott waves. So and hopefully use it in one way or another. So 16,000, that's a big room of people, yo. That's a big room of people. Anyway, to the downside, of course, you can see 2 daily naked point of controls up here, daily naked point of control. So I'll keep the 1.618 here on my chart. What's up, Leva? How you doing? How is Simba? Welcome. When do you plan to release it? End of September should work. Of course, the thing is that I always had like this idea of, I'm going to work on this today. And then today is one of those days where we actually have to do a lot of administration because of moving to France, and not everything is settled yet. So I have a French passport. My wife does not. She doesn't have a European passport. She has a UK and a South Africa passport. So she needs to register, and you need a lot of shit for that to work well. So you need to deliver this and that and this and that. And if you, like everyone here probably knows, unless you probably still live with your parents, you might not know, but you will know eventually, that going through all of that stuff and getting in touch with governments and request this document and that takes so much time. Man, it really kills my mood when I have to do that stuff. I get so annoyed. But sometimes you have those days. Cheers, no problem, Adam. How expensive is the book? I don't know. We'll first have to finish it, and towards the end, when it's gonna get finished, I'll compare it with what's out there and what we have in content. So I care more about quality than quantity. So I'll have to compare it with other stuff online. I've posted a finished ABC. I will ping you on Discord. Can you check it when you have time? I saw on Discord the potential finished ABC, but a finished ABC here, you mean on like Blaster? Because if so, I get A, B, 1, 2. You need... Let me go. I mean, of course, it's the same as the WXY in a way, but then you need these to be 4s. So you either have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 here towards the end. Or of course, somehow saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. Let me check. A in a diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. That's an interesting take. Let's have a look. 1, 2. This has to be 3. This is 4, and then this has to be 5. So just for everyone to see. Ooh, we also hit the 1-to-1. Open. So this is what Blaster shared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. Damn, wave B is very short, eh? So in that case, what Blaster had on his chart is this. Wait, just label it simply as an A, B, and then C. And then we need channel from the high to the high. So channeling is fine. 3 shorter than 1, 5 shorter than 3, probably. Yeah. And now you have an impulsive wave C to the... There must be a 1, 2 in here, and then, you get your 4, 5s. B is very short here. Of course, you can also put A here, make B a little bit longer. B then becomes a flat. So then, a flat after a diagonal. Anyway, let's check the retracement. What are we talking? It's also very shallow. So it didn't hit the 382 retracement. Time-wise, it's shorter than the 382. Two and 4 have to be zigzag structures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5, 5. A might finish then here, but yeah. So there's absolutely something to say about the potential of an ABC. It's just that your wave B is so short and so shallow. So that is why I diverted to a WXY instead, because then you count A, B, C. And of course, if you pull a fib from here to here and you compare this move up with this retracement, it's retracement and time-wise works a little bit better. But I like it. Yeah, I mean, you did hit the one-to-one over here. You now, of course, have the bearish CVD divergences. You're at resistance. The probabilities of B4 played out, price moved up, and yeah, now we are just ranging. The bearish CVDs, though, on yellow, they're quite severe here. So after an ABC, of course, bearish CVDs for continuation down is of course interesting. Yeah. Nice one, Blaster. Nice one. It's a good scenario. It's a good scenario. It's, of course, if you compare it, it's relatively short in time and price for B, right? And that's what I would guess that's the reason why my brain didn't think about counting that a finished ABC. But yeah, good one. Blaster always blasting. What's up, Matt? How you doing? Paperwork is the worst. Paperwork is the worst. Yeah, man. Sorry, will it be right to say if price drops to 55,300, then it is bearish, no longer bullish, as invalidation is 55,900. For wave 4, 55,900 is invalidation for if you do look for a C up. 55,300, that is wave 4 invalidation, right? So that's for a bigger 1, 2, 3, but difficult to count a finish structure in here, but still. So yeah, I mean, in general, right, if you're looking for an impulse, you don't want the market structure change. And if you go that deep to 55.3, then you are, the probabilities will surely go down for an impulse. You then increase probabilities for 3 wave structures here. You know, 55.3 is also very close to the 886 at 55.2, which is not what you want to hit if you look for another 1-2. But I wouldn't really enjoy counting another 1-2, but got to give what the chart gives. But yeah. Oh. So the probabilities then increase for 3 wavy structures. The paperwork stuff. Yeah. Yeah, everyone knows what I'm talking about. Man, it takes so long. Like, I don't know. Like, if someone can please launch a company to simplify this stuff, right? Like, oh boy, I'm a client. B could be a flat too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Isn't the timing between A and C too different? Wave C's can be very fast. What's up, Clumsy? So, just as an example, so an impulse in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 time-wise is more important when you compare the waves than a wave A and C, because a wave A and a wave C can be very, very different to one another. And I'll show you 2 examples. The first one is a very fast A and a very slow C. This is what I like to call the staircase C, right? So this is your A, 3 wave B, and your staircase C. It's not impulsive enough to be a wave 3, right? Because you go down, sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways, not down anymore, right? And then we had bullish CVD here and bullish CVDs here as well, so that was nice. But you can see this is significantly longer in time than this, right? However, this is a long C with a short A. Now look at this one. Where was that moment? Oh, here. No, not there. Oh, here, that one. So here you have a short A, right? I mean, short. Arguably, it's longer than your C because this is your C. So you have a longer A, very shallow, and a massive C. Really big C, right? Now, from a extension point of view, it's a very extended wave C. It's a very big, high volume. It mimicked a wave 3. Now, I was live when this happened. The live stream is still there. And the only thing I was talking about, basically to calm everyone down as well, is just keep an eye on the 618. Take it from the high to the low. Wait till the 618 is touched. If so, wave 4 is invalidated. Probability is high to take the high. Price moved up, touched the 618. Range, boom, took the high. So here you have an example of a very short C with actually a longer A in time, but C is extremely long. And the other example is a short A and a long C in time. Right? So, yeah. Oh, I forgot to... there's so much more going on. They will never talk crypto. They only talk crypto at crypto events. I don't follow any of that politic stuff. Yo, Sam. I saw an email coming in, by the way. I clicked it. I scrolled through the bookwork and I didn't have time to actually do my emails yet. So everything was unread, but I saw yours. I got to check this out. And oh man, you have put so much work. I really thank you, and I'll reply to you, of course. But I really, really value your support, your tips, your insights, your thoughts that you've put down there. Like, it must have taken you a great deal of time to write all of that down. And my appreciation is very, very big, or very high, or whatever you call it in English. Really, like, thanks, Sam. Like, I love it. And it would be great to plan a call in the near future when I consume some of that stuff. Yeah, it's amazing. Thanks so much for doing that. So I'll go over the email later today. I'll probably read it like tonight and think about it and look at, like, I'll immediately be thinking as well. So yeah, really cool. Thanks, man.